off, I've cleaned up my wireframes for the user scenario for playing new game and then continuing the level. And so then I made a wireframe for like how the game would look and like the key components that will be seen while playing. And so after that, researching, using my target audience, I was researching different pictures that could work with the game. And so I found one. And so I made my app design from that. So you see the two differences and then the magnifying glass. From there, I went ahead and created like the whole look. I gotta change that. But
okay. Well, Jada, I think that
oh, where are you? Okay.
Can you put your work back up?
Sure.
There's no brand consistency between your screens. So you have a green background here and a yellow background here, and there's no branding. So yeah. You've established, I think your icon, you're trying to establish brand with this icon design. And so you have this huge black magnifier with this picture underneath. And the picture is actually being used in the game itself. So it's kind of confusing because is it a game or is this the brand? Find it. Honestly, I would take out that picture underneath and just do something really bold and simple for that icon.
Okay.
So we understand it's a seek and find game, or do something really, really, really simple. So then when you go through the app, you have just an arbitrary, go to your finished designs. You go into your app and you've got some arbitrary green background, and then you've got an arbitrary yellow background, and then you're within, it doesn't even look like you're within the app. So there needs to be something that holds it all together, that makes it clear that this is all part of the same experience.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Did you look at other apps and how they were doing it?
Yeah, and I guess in this part, I was just playing around like with the color that's within the picture. So
that's fine. That's fine, but assuming that all of the game levels are going to have that style of a picture.
Mm-hmm.
But still, there's still no branding. There's nothing that like holds it together as being like, this is part of the same game. You know what I mean?
So should I put like this title like in each level or something, or like so?
Well, why don't you look at what other apps do? Generally, that's kind of a lot of space. So generally, on interior screens, like as you're using the app, the branding is kind of like it's like maybe there's just an icon or something like that to indicate, yeah, it's part of this game.
Yeah.
What if I'm on the levels area and I want to go back? There's no icon for me to click to go back to something else. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
It feels very under-designed.
Okay.
And with your user scenarios, like, let's see, what are your different user scenarios?
So one is playing a new game. And so the steps you would take, you click new game, and then you automatically go to the levels. And since there's only one level you could play until you unlock the others, the first one is already open, and then you play the game.
And then maybe you should have some kind of an indication to tell us where we are within that level. This is challenge number 1 of 6 within level 1. We orient the user a little bit to give them a sense for what they're doing. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then on the gameplay itself, well, first of all your user scenarios should explain what the user has done between screens. The user clicks the icon to start the game. Now they're either new game or they're continue. You know what I mean? Give us some descriptions for each one of these screens.
Okay.
Also, you need to spell scenario correctly.
Scenario. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Okay. So, I don't have too much more to say about it. I just feel like it's kind of underdeveloped.
Okay.
Maybe you can give us some more information, like what happens when I actually click on the match, or do I circle it? Maybe you should show us subsequent screens within the gameplay.
Yeah. So like if you were when you find a match, it'll create a red. It'll show you the match that you create, and then you will get one. You will show like it says one. You found one.
All right. See you later.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't there be some kind of a visual association, like that 1 of 5? I don't know. The fact that you're circling it with orange, that might not show up very well on every single one of these pictures. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of, can you come up with some kind of visual indication to show that you got the match? And then that 1 of 5, maybe, can there be icons or something to show? What if it's a little foot that shows up down there? And then you'd immediately understand, oh, I've got, maybe there are 5 empty circles. And oh, I've got the first one of the empty circles. I mean, little kids are going to be playing this. Do you think little kids are going to know what 1/5 means?
Maybe, because like oops, where is it? Johnny, where is it?
What you doing?
I'm talking to Professor. My target range was like 5 to 10. So I don't know. I like a lot of the apps I was looking at had like this simple like, I don't know, design where they did something similar like this. Maybe the color, maybe it wasn't as colorful as mine, and like there was they always had like a black circle to show, but
right,
I can look into it.
I'm just explaining, like, you want to make this as intuitive as possible. So if the user sees 5 empty circles at the bottom, and as soon as you click on a match, one of them fills into the empty circle, that's going to tell me, oh, I've got to find more matches to fill the empty circle.
Okay.
And all of the controls for the game, you've got a timer at the top, you've got some controls to zoom in, zoom out, at the bottom a pause, and this 1 out of 5. Why are the controls in all these different locations? It feels like everything that relates to controlling the experience or playing the game should be in one spot, whereas the branding that tells us where we are, and maybe a button to go back home. What if I want to get out of this game and just go back to home and quit? There's no way to do that.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so I want you to think about branding the app and making the gameplay more intuitive.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know what happened to Kate. Let me try adding her again.
Sharing.
I mean, I honestly, I mean, I would do.
When you're so close to graduation.
Huh.
Yeah. What's your GPA?
Hey Jada, if you have to go, it's okay. I'll just meet one-on-one with Kate if you don't care.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, so just turn your PDF in, and if you create any kind of interactivity, then send a link to it or packages as a zip or something like that so I can see it.
Okay.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.